Is Chia a good buy for 2024? Is this a coin we're hodling? Well, it just bounced off an all-time low. Is that a huge opportunity? Or is there blood in the water? Have I made a mistake investing literally tens of thousands of dollars into building a hard drive mining farm? In the last 30 days, $7.5 million of new Chia coins were mined, or actually they call it XCH farming. This is a turbulent time. Depending how you look at this equation, you could say that this coin is fucked, or this is a huge opportunity. And that's the point of this video. Sup, my name's Vosk. That's what we're digging into today. I think Chia used to be a top 100 crypto. Now it's at 141, trading at 25 bucks a coin at the time of recording this. Over the last year, it's down 23%. Last 30 days though, 11. And 11 feels bad in these market conditions. It just bounced off an all-time tracked low on coin market cap. This decrease in price has brought the market cap down to about $222 million. It's doing a lot of trading volume at about $11 million. I mean, look at that chart. That's a sharp increase very recently. Is that people buying the dip, or are they selling? Are they making the dip? Let's zoom out over 30 days. This is the highest traded day in the last 30 days. And one of the most highly traded days in the last 90 days. The last time we saw all this volume building up, a big increase in the price of Chia as traded against Bitcoin. But the price has been steadily decreasing over the last 90 days from around $34 to now $25. I'm personally farming Chia. I'm farming on Spacepool with my Juicy miners. I'm also farming Chia on Flexpool, which is shutting down, which is ridiculous. And I'm doing that. I'm farming on Flexpool with my evergreens. They're moving to Space Farmer. But basically, with this coin price, I mine about $200 of XCH a month, which is very low for the amount of money in hardware I have deployed. But there's some really cool things with Chia farming, like the fact when you hit a block, like I was fortunate enough to do 11 hours ago, you get 0.25 of the coin sent directly to your wallet. It's a really cool farming incentive. So if you want to get into plug and play Chia farming, Juicy Miner has an option and Evergreen has an option, and we just collaborated with them to release the Tails edition, which was really fun. It has our own custom VoskCoin theme, and it's orange like Bitcoin, or even more importantly like Tails. But really the reason I'm paying attention to all of this is because, well, I've gotten into the coin, I've invested in hardware, I've invested in a hard drive mining shed. I've even worked with Evergreen Miner to customize a Chia farmer or a Chia miner. Earlier this year, Chia Network submitted registration to the US SEC for a proposed IPO. It's pretty bullish, right? It's like, okay. And look, there's centralized things, this, that, whatever. We're not here to debate that. The bottom line is there's a centralized company pushing Chia along. It's their project. And that centralized company is trying to make moves, do an IPO and all of that. So this isn't a conversation about decentralize this or that. It's just an analysis of what's going on. But we hit an all-time low today because of some wonderful articles like this one, also from CoinDesk. Chia Network lays off third of its staff as loss of banker delayed going public. Firing 26 of your 70 employees is a very sobering move. They continue to pitch to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, on going public and weighing the first ever sale of some of their tokens. Unfortunately, my opinion, Chia has a pretty big pre-mine, 21 million coins. And then there's just a bunch of coins that are basically farmed after that. And let's do a quick recap on farming. So this is one of our recent mining farm snapshots. You can see I basically achieved 1 petabyte. It was exciting. We deployed the dedicated building, which is basically like a little DIY data center. It's got an HVAC unit or mini split on it. So there's HVAC. Basically it's cooled and it's clean. And this was the performance, right? Chia was trading at $28, 8.5 XCH were mined, and we got 197 days until the halving. So this is a draft With this one, you can see we mined like almost exactly the same amount of coin, which was surprising. We are closer to the halving. The coin price has gone down. The net space is up. We have also increased our hard drive capacity. So I've deployed another Chia farmer, specifically the Tails edition, because that was released that last month. I also hit less blocks. So last month I had essentially a expected or lucky month. In the most recent snapshot, I had an unlucky month. When I ran the numbers, I was supposed to hit a block about every 7 days, which would equate to almost an extra 2 XCH, which I did not realize because I never was fortunate enough for my miners to be lucky and solve those blocks. 64 Chia are mined every 10 minutes for the first 3 years. After that, it's 32 Chia, and 16, and 8, and so forth. Every 3 years, there's a halving. And when we look at the stock to flow, and we see the launch, we see 2021, right? 22, 23, hold on. Wait, we're closing in on 3 years. This is also the stock to flow model as modeled after Plan B stock to flow. We'll see if it actually starts to flow on the stock to flow model. As it stands, that has not been the case. But if it does get in line with stock to flow, especially after the halving, it could put it more in line with that, or maybe it's a price point that's kind of hit in a cryptocurrency bull run. Stock to flow puts this coin at a price point around $700 in 2024. That's a hell of a price prediction, and it's made through an algorithm, not just hopium on Twitter. The emissions on Chia are very interesting because when we look at the farming rewards, we look at the initial pre-mine as contrasted against, right? At the end of year 3, farming percent of all XCH is at 32%. And then at the end of year 6, it goes up to 42%. And it's going to take over 12 years to have 50% of all of that XCH in the mining equation, which is projected or estimated to have about 39 million coins in circulation. So there is a lot of inflation, planned inflation, much unlike US dollar inflation, and transparent inflation, on-chain inflation, things we can see, look at, understand, research at play here. I understand that, but it's a big factor here in the actual coin.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, ChimpZ. ChimpZ is a cryptocurrency project whose goal is to save animals and make a positive impact on the environment while allowing their users to earn passive income at the same time. They're launching stage 13 of their pre-sale soon, which is ChimpZ Bronze. With Bronze, $1 can get you 910 ChimpZ tokens at the price point of 0.11 cents, which is the lowest price they've ever had. The Bronze stage will bring users new advantages and a new shop. The marketplace is also now in development, putting them ahead of their roadmap. To learn more about ChimpZ and their Bronze presale, check out the link in the video description below. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research before investing.
Ultimately, it's a conversation of, is there actually value? Is there development on chain? If you look at the base technology, Chia really feels like a third generation cryptocurrency in my opinion, right? You have generation 1 Bitcoin, you have generation 2 kind of like Ethereum, you have generation 3 something beyond that. Ethereum continues to kind of evolve over the years. It's incredibly well built on, so there's just a lot of problem solving and unique deployments, layer 2 solutions like, Arbitrum among many others there. But the point here being is Chia is something closer to Bitcoin plus Ethereum, right? It's a platform. There's tokens, there's NFTs. There's a big emphasis on, just being a platform and having novel technology that facilitates that platform being good. That's not exactly the point and focus and direction of today's video, but that's their clear focus, that's their hope, that's what they build towards, and so forth. The question is, how much longer can they last? Some of the takeaways from that article is they're sitting on $70 million of Chia. They're thinking about selling some of those to extend their runway. They're struggling to raise funds. And that's generally very bearish news, right? I mean, I'm holding the coin and they're about to dump on me to keep their business going. That's the fact of the matter. Not a good day, not an exciting thing. When you're sitting on what's free to you coins, selling $20 of coins that cost you nothing, well, that's a lot easier to do than, say, me, who bought into some coin around $30. And if I sold at 20, I wouldn't be gaining $20, I would be realizing a loss of 10. Ultimately for me though, I'm hoping that this is a successful endeavor. Chia ultimately, and then my hard drive mining farm. I thought that things would be better sooner when I embarked on this path. True. But my just belief isn't so paper thin that just like that, it's gone. It's lost. No, not the case. So ultimately, I'm going to continue pushing forward with hard drive mining. I'm going to continue expanding on that front. I just bought some Chia coins at this price point, and we're gonna see. I'm operating within my means. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not taking on debt to do what I'm doing. Ultimately, I think I'm putting coin and dollars in here, and I'll see where it goes. But I guess you could say I'm banking on the success of this. It may not work out. But when I look at the price, I look at the fundamentals, I look at the focus, and I look at the market conditions, it's always a sobering reminder that things are not great in the crypto sphere. But anything that can survive is probably going to have a really good time in the next bull run. And I firmly believe we'll get another crypto bull run. Everything's a cycle. And it's in the times where it's hard and your confidence is wavering. That's like actually when you can set yourself up for the best success. Not all of these data points are good, but a lot of this does point to this project being undervalued, especially if they can finally generate an ecosystem. My biggest gripe though is they don't do enough community building. They don't do enough marketing. It seems they're literally cutting people that do anything on that front, but I'm not sure they existed anyway because they don't do any marketing. They don't really fund many initiatives. They had a grant program, but they put it on ice, which is never a good sign. But on the other hand, when things get tough, you gotta run a tight ship. You gotta be frugal. You gotta start cutting. You don't want to keep all these people and just drive yourself to bankruptcy. You gotta do whatever it takes to survive. And then one day, hopefully we all thrive. I don't in particular have a price prediction for Chia. I am simply hopeful that we will see a new all-time high in the next cryptocurrency bull run. There's been a fair amount of inflation in the coin since then. True. And it's not as easy to decipher because the total supply includes the 21 million coins that the Chia company went ahead and put in their war chest. So, a couple years ago, there weren't that many coins out there in circulation, which makes it a lot easier to drive up the existing price. That's true. However, that was always public knowledge, and based on that assumption, you sprinkle on some good times, people finally making money again, some FOMO, and maybe some good releases and some actual use and utility. It could be an exciting time because the all-time high for reference was $1,645. And even if this coin just does a 10x, it would be trading at $250 now, well below an all-time high, but putting me at a 10x. As always, we'll see where things go. Nothing's financial advice here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but these are just some of the things I wanted to run through with you guys today. And if for nothing else, this is research I'm personally doing that I wanted to share. Obviously, I have some coins. I talked about buying some coins today. I have a literal dedicated deployment to hard drive mining, and that hard drive mining is entirely Chia farming. But that's me putting my money and time where my mouth is. As always, do whatever you want to do. But for me, I need some fun stuff, some exciting stuff, some things that I think will be able to do more, hopefully, than just a 10x. Because as much as I love Bitcoin, and as much as it's my favorite and biggest cryptocurrency holding, or just simply biggest holding, I don't think Bitcoin's going to do a 10x anytime soon. We're talking a 5x. And that's incredible. Don't get it twisted. But is that enough? Again, that's up to you to decide. I just want to remind you that this week is Taylor's birthday. She just turned 8 years old. That's my incredible pub, the Lord Commander of the VoskCoin YouTube channel, and also our CHO, our Chief Hard Drive Officer. She recently got another promotion. It's her 197th C title. And that's all I got. Hope you subscribe, share the videos, stick around for the next one. Please. Chasing 1 million subscribers. And pretty far. Need your help.